Most students don't forget because they have a bad memory. They forget because they study at the wrong time. You spend hours studying, close your notebook feeling confident, and the next day, most of it is gone. If that keeps happening, the problem probably isn't your effort. It's your timing. I used to believe that longer study sessions meant better results. The night before an exam, I'd spend hours rereading notes, highlighting pages, and convincing myself everything had finally clicked. It felt productive, but a few days later, I'd already forgotten half of what I'd studied. That cycle was frustrating because it made all those hours feel wasted. Then I discovered something called spaced repetition. At first, I assumed it was another complicated study technique. Instead, it turned out to be one of the simplest changes I ever made, and it completely changed how much I remembered. Here's the idea. Instead of reviewing information once and hoping it sticks, you review it again just before you're likely to forget it. Every successful review pushes the next review further into the future. You're teaching your brain that this information is worth keeping. Think about how most students study. They read the same chapter 5 times in one evening. By the end, everything feels familiar, but familiarity isn't the same as memory. Recognizing something on a page doesn't mean you'll remember it during an exam. Here's the schedule that worked for me. Learn the material today, review it tomorrow, review it again 3 days later, then about a week later, then 2 weeks later.
After that, you only need occasional refreshers. That's it. Each review usually takes only a few minutes. Ironically, I ended up spending less total time studying while remembering far more when I actually needed it. There was one more change that made an even bigger difference. I stopped rereading my notes. Instead, I'd close the notebook and try to remember the answer before looking. Sometimes I'd struggle for a few seconds. Sometimes I'd get it wrong. But that struggle was exactly what helped the memory become stronger. If you've ever looked at a flashcard and thought, I know this. Wait, maybe I don't? That's not failure. That's your brain learning. As for tools, you don't need anything expensive. Apps like Anki automatically schedule your reviews, which makes the process effortless. But if you don't want another app, even your phone's calendar or reminder app works perfectly. The system matters far more than the tool. Looking back, I realized I had confused effort with progress. Sitting at a desk for 4 hours felt impressive. Remembering the material 2 weeks later was what actually mattered. That's a completely different way of thinking about studying. Your goal isn't to study until you're exhausted. Your goal is to help tomorrow's version of you remember what today's version learned. So the next time you're tempted to cram everything into one long study session, try spreading those reviews across the week instead. It might feel slower at first, but every review quietly strengthens the memory you're building. This week, pick just one chapter or one subject. Use this schedule. Then see how much you remember without forcing yourself to study longer. Sometimes the smartest study habit isn't working harder. It's simply showing up again at the right time. And if you're looking for more calm, practical ways to study smarter without burning yourself out, that's exactly what we explore here, one small shift at a time.